I guess what I'm having trouble with a little bit is, so there's this idea of that interesting handicap spot, and it's a kind of a tractor trailer box car type of thing with a diesel rig, and so there's this iconic imagery of there's like truckers, there's deliveries, there's possibly working man, there's possibly interconnected. That idea of deliveries is more like the thing that takes something to somewhere else where it's supposed to be. Supply chain.
I got traveling.
Traveling. I should have just asked you. I got to get better at that. What do boxcars mean to you? I should have done that.
Like, I got traveling or like relocating, moving.
Yeah.
That's kind of what I've been getting out of it. But like I said, this is the first dream that I've had in like 3 years that didn't have Chris Evans in it.
Oh yeah, we were talking about that too. I forgot already. Which I'm very sad for you that you did, just for this one time you didn't get to dream about Chris Evans. He's a very handsome man.
Yes, he is. Mm-hmm. But like even in my Chris Evans dreams, it's him and I hanging out and talking and having dinner. And there was one dream where we were eating burritos outside in the mountains. Well, not in the mountains, but at night, surrounded by mountains.
Yeah.
And a wild goat comes and steals his burrito, and he goes running after it.
Yeah. Just simple pleasures. I think that brings us back to that kind of companionship theme too. Of you're not on a grand adventure with Captain America necessarily. You're more like, I'm just chilling with Chris because he likes my company, I like his. There's that connection there, and it can be simple. It can be eating a burrito and laughing at goats. There's something in there. Very much, and the idea of travel too, with the trailer. That's very much because what do trucks do? They go from one place to another and carry things. But that travel is very important too. I wouldn't say. Well, you could tell me have you been thinking of literally physically relocating in life, or not so much? You're comfortable where you're at.
I actually 4 years ago I moved from Indiana to Montana.
Okay. Good deal. But currently, and around the time of this dream, not inclined, or what am I trying to say? No strong, imminent push, internal drive, desire to leave. Like not planning to move already, or seriously considering it. Should I move again?
No, not at this point in time. It wouldn't happen for about 5 more years anyways if I did.
Trying to stay in one place for your kids, let them finish school, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Good deal. Which could be like, there's two sides of that coin. One is you may have no desire to travel or relocate specifically. Fair enough. But it also may, I'm suppressing that because I got to stay anyway. So why even bother with that? But so that's one entire coin, separate coin, flip side. That travel may not be physical travel. That's why I was confirming with you first about, is it that simple? Is it a direct connection? But travel, it's more like, it's more of a metaphysical move from one place to another. It's almost like, what am I trying to say? Moving from one condition to another. Almost like travel is a metaphor for transformation or change, personal progress. Say again?
Ascension?
Possibly, maybe moving up, or just moving to somewhere different, shifting your worldview in a way, like getting a different perspective, or there's all these different ways of looking at it. But travel is very, broadly speaking, it can mean a lot of different things in terms of our concept of it. It's not just physically relocating. That's like one kind. Is that bringing anything to mind?
So I do struggle with my mental health. I have general anxiety disorder and chronic depression.
It's funny.
So it's probably some PTSD in there as well. I've never been diagnosed, so I can't be for certain, but it's possible. And I have been, meditating more, trying to, breathing exercises, trying to break certain cycles that I see on a regular basis on what puts me back down into that, dark hole that prevents me from living and not just surviving.
For sure. No, that's big and important too. So it seems like lately you've been doing a lot more soul searching in that way. Like, what am I doing here? What could I do differently that might make my life better? So there's something in that idea of travel there. And did you get a sense, I mean, now that we're kind of on this theme, that the spiders came with the trucks? I mean, they're definitely attached to the trucks. It seems like but like maybe the trucks brought them in.
I just think
specifically.
I feel like they just used the trucks as a tool because they were big enough.
Sure. Yeah, no, that may be important too. And I haven't even gone back to my notes. We're just talking now. But I think there's probably something there that's like whatever the spiders represent, whatever they're trying to communicate, draw your attention to, the idea that they're using this means of transportation, of travel, as a foundation, in a way, as a piece of physical architecture from which to act. There's something in there with that connection, maybe. I don't know if that's bringing anything specific to mind.
No,
but fair enough.
It's just what I've gotten from it.
Fair enough.
I mean, the trucks just were there, and they use the trucks as a tool.
Mm-hmm. And it honestly could be no more than that, but because sometimes things in dreams, it's like, why a truck? Why not a truck? I mean, it's something you would see out in front of a store, maybe. It is interesting that it's in the handicap spot. I don't know if you have. Is that why you went maybe towards the description of the mental health issues? Because, well, that's kind of its own handy. It's not stuck in a wheelchair, but it's its own disability. Say, is that maybe the connection there?
I don't know. I do know that so back home in Indiana, in our Walmart, there was just a few spaces that were elongated for, trucks with trailers, just super long vehicles for them to park so that they can run and get what they need and then come out. So I don't know. It wasn't actually a handicap spot that the red cab truck parked in.
Okay.
That's just, it was right in front of the store. That's why I made the conjunction of it being, I don't even think conjunction is the right word I'm trying to use, but for that spot that they were at.
Sure. And that's why I asked these questions too, because I'm looking at it like, I think I had it wrong. I thought it was specifically parked in a handicap spot. And I'm like, so you've got the spider attached to the truck sitting in a handicap spot in front of a store. It's like, and then I start trying to put those pieces together. It's like, what is that sequence of images all together saying about your experience in the dream? But I was just completely wrong, which is perfectly fine. As I say very often, I'm happy to be wrong if it gets us where we're going.